Joanna, often I've heard you describe in your analysis of the state of the world, so to speak, that we're at a crossroads. If you study history, that word, that idea has been used frequently. Often we are at the crossroads, at the precipice. What is different about the crossroads we face today?
Well, of course, it's true that every human existential decision carries great weight. And there have been other moments in our journey of humanity when everything seemed at stake, that it could be the end of the world. Surely the end of the first millennium, during the Black Plague in Europe. I think the difference now is that we have the technology to, for the first time, to view the whole planet, to pick up the rhythms, we can see the preparations for war. We can see the effects of desertification. We can count and figure that what's happening in the disappearance of the species. So because of what we are able to know thanks to our technology, we are in the awkward and horrifying position of being able to watch the falling away of life, what I call, along with economist David Korten, the great unraveling that's occurring now. So we're at a crossroads where we can see what story do we want to get behind? Do we want to get behind the story of the industrial growth society? Those are the voices we mostly hear from our politicians and military and corporate heads. Or do we want to just stand transfixed before the great unraveling, that second story we talk, or there's a third story, and that's the story of a transition to a life-sustaining society. You can call it a lot of things: ecological revolution, sustainability revolution, and a lot of us are just calling it the Great Turning.
That gives us a wonderful opportunity to turn to a video sequence that was shot of some work that you do.
Yeah, it's called The Work That Reconnects.
I had the pleasure to visit Joanna recently at the Community Center in East Oakland, where she teaches and leads workshops. Canticle Farm was created when 5 houses on this one city block agreed to take down their backyard fences to create a single community garden. Canticle Farm trains local youth and even gang members in organic gardening, then donates the harvested fruit and vegetables to neighbors in need.
Parte de eso es un regalo completamente desinteresadamente. Es dado con todo el corazón, con nuestra alma, esperando que tengan un buen guiso en su casa para compartir en familia. En realidad, para mí significa ya más amistad y más familia, porque ya nos conocemos, ya nos ayudamos, y es algo bien bonito que ahora ya no nada más son estas casas que podemos mirar, sino ya es familia, ya es comunidad.
This is such an inspiring spot, Pancho. What was Joanna Macy's influence on this?
Well, she was always talking about the great turning, right? That it is, we're moving from industrial growth society, a pollution, violence-based economy and system. How do we move to life-sustaining civilization, to a system that is based in love, and courage, and compassion, and generosity?
Y estos es igual de la misma familia de la remolacha, pero en anaranjado.
Okay, gracias.
Wow.
I feel as if I'm going into the future in a way. Ooh. That if there's a future, it'll be like this. It'll be like people reclaiming the urban environment.
And why the name Canticle? Canticle Farm?
Because this is rooted in Franciscan St. Francis, and you know the last thing he did in his life at the time of his death, as he was feeling abandoned by his hopes in a way, he lay there and wrote the Canticle of the Sun in gratitude for life. So we're making a place here that we can feel glad for life and glad and grateful for the promise of life.
So, okay, why don't you tell brother, el hermano Esteban, what do you tell him? Why in the world you come here?
Okay, I come here to eat the good fruit and stuff.
What were you eating? What were you eating 30 minutes ago that you asked me for the knife and you were cutting it?
I was eating cabbage.
Cabbage, wow, and raw cabbage?
Yeah.
Why? What?
You like it?
You like it?
Yeah, it's good.
What's sacred to you about Canticle Farms, Joanna?
It's a ripening of the promise of Francis, and it's a ripening of the promise of our humanity in a place that has been, I mean, here in the night, for example, there were gunshots heard again, drive-by shootings, people pushed to the edge. And right here, it is right in the place of danger and suffering where the human spirit can open its eyes and thrive.
Gracias, querida. Yeah, los nísperos. Gracias, mi amor. So this is hyper-local organic fruit, you know, it still remembers the tree.
It remembers the tree. I love that.
Yeah.
Nidia, ¿y qué es sagrado?
Sagrado es todo. Todo. Los niños son sagrados, la naturaleza es sagrada, es el respeto que juega con varios factores de valores.
And some of us here, like Elijah, are living on the gift economy, and that's the future too.
It's part of it. It's part of the future. A broad realm of exchange and of gifting as we try and transition out of this simply exchange-based economy.
Life's a gift.
Life is a gift, and there's real needs. So how do we balance them both, especially in this time of transition?
He ate some cabbage too.
Many songs making up one canticle.
Yes, yes. That's right. And there is St. Francis hiding there. Be praised, oh, brother sun and sister moon. Be praised, all the creatures of earth. Be praised as you come and find your peace together.